Hello, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with the MorePegasus daily drama grind. They finally got what they deserved. Let's waste no time, let's just get into it. See what is going on in the drama realm today in the Hassan Piker Circle. Han Piker Circle. Hamas Piker Circle. Okay.
Welcome back to a series so diabolical, even Patrick was impressed. In today's video, Creator Clash 3 has officially been cancelled. Ethan continues to...
Wow. I didn't see that one coming at all.
...call out iDubbbz and Anisa while taking a victory lap. Anisa Domha is absolutely losing her mind.
Bro, iDubbbz's husband... absolutely insane. She just like, all you gotta do is shut your mouth.
Calling everybody ugly? Creators are now
okay, calling everybody ugly is insane. When you look like that. You look like iDubbbz's husband. You look like Matthew Broderick's not so mentally sound little brother.
Absolutely losing her mind, calling everybody ugly. Creators are now exposing iDubbbz and Anisa for being horrible people. Ludwig has responded. Hassan's terrorist friend wants to literally end Ethan Klein for good. XQC and Aiden Ross are calling out Hassan for supporting.
Dude, everybody's calling out Hassan. Fucking love it. Finally, people are coming around. I think that he's gonna be fucked pretty soon. I think he's gonna be 1000% fucked. I think he's going to get permit off of Twitch. Wonder where he's going to go after that. Party.com. Seems to be where all of the moronic streamers who get themselves banned all the time end up going when they can't even go to Kick.
Terrorists. Updates involving Hassan supporter NMP who made fun of dead children. Ooh. Subscribe, we're about to reach...
I'm going to take a guess and say that he wouldn't shut up and made it worse. Again. Because the problem before was he wouldn't shut up and made it worse.
700K. Ludwig, take it away.
Let's up those numbers!
Now, quick context if you missed the previous episodes. iDubbbz and Anisa were holding a boxing event called Creator Clash 3. It was supposed to be for charity, but secretly
yeah, well, we know how that was going to go already. We saw how all the money from Creator Clash 2 didn't go to charity. Actually, none of it. They actually went negative.
iDubbbz and Anisa were taking 34% of the profits while misleading everybody. They also said...
I actually didn't know that. I thought they just went negative on it. And they didn't take any money. That fucking sucks, actually. What? This whole time. That's what I was thinking. How did I miss that?
Avatars their own event by making a content cop video on H3H3 and collaborating with...
Dude, the biggest L of all time. And it's just so ironic that this is the video that he decided to make. I'm gonna call Hassan a loser by getting all the Hassan. I'm gonna call Ethan a fucking loser by getting all of the losers to put up the L sign, calling Ethan a loser. And they really are just labeling themselves.
Hassan and his goon squad. Since then, a bunch of lore happened. You can watch the series to catch up, and there was unlimited meltdowns from Anisa and Anisa's husband. And they basically kept
You mean Anisa's wife?
Postponing the event.
Dude, I keep seeing Ego Raptor. That's funny. Like, Ego Raptor's face just keeps popping up. I love it. Huge fan. I'm a huge fan of that guy.
And after all the main fighters dropped out, and turns out they finally gave up. Creator Clash...
Yeah, I wonder what Aaron's got to say about it. If he's gonna say anything at all.
3 is cancelled. So they tweeted this: we've made the difficult decision to cancel Creator Clash.
That's just too bad, you know. It's just too bad.
All existing pay-per-view ticket holders will receive automatic refunds, no actions required. While the event will go ahead as planned, all funds raised so far will be donated to charity, and our fundraising efforts will continue in the months ahead. Thank you to all the fighters for their hard work and dedication, and to everyone who supported us over the years. We thank you, Creator Clash team. So,
dude, this is such a big W for all of the people that were wrapped up in all this dumbass drama. Oh, man. Oh, the content. The content is so delicious.
What happens to the people who spent 10k upfront for training? Well, I guess they're screwed. Somebody just responded with iDubbbz crying. Ethan Klein, total victory, no two ways about it. Only logical choice, the next would be suing iDubbbz and Anisa into oblivion, actually. Nux responded, Creator Clash cucked too close to the sun. Anisa has completely destroyed his life. Right, so they say they're gonna donate to charity. I don't know if I trust anybody at this point.
Yeah, I don't trust any of them whenever they're talking about donating anything to any kind of charity. Because they'll be like, well, actually, we spent all the money on hosting a party and buying hotel rooms for these people that were involved in this charity event. So actually, we went negative.
We need receipts for absolutely everything happening. Remember, these people are proven liars. Also, the fact that they kept selling tickets and promoting the event while they knew they were going to have to cancel it, that is just absolutely insane and scammy as heck. They were even refusing refunds at one point, which is just pathetic. But
dude, like, how are you gonna refuse refunds? Everybody knows that that is not a thing that you do. You're just gonna piss everybody off. It's just like, they don't care. At every point, they don't care unless they get backlash. They get backlash, and they'll be like, all right, guys, I'm sorry. Nobody ever does anything as it's happening.
Anyways, Ethan responded, I'm so proud of the legacy you left behind. Truly inspiring stuff. Now, he also has a message for Anisa as she starts her streaming journey.
You swung at me, and you fucking missed big time. And guess what?
Yes.
I've never...
Actually, I think she didn't miss. I think she hit right on target, but it just kind of bounced off of your immaculate bulging muscles, streamer muscles, or content creator muscles, whatever you want to call them, not physical muscles.
I've never been betrayed like this in my whole life by someone I cared about this closely. And then you had the audacity to come and make another...
Jordan Peterson warned you, bro. You step out of line just an inch, they'll have your head. That's why they sent you ahead in the mail and called CPS on your children. Because they're evil, monstrous people. And they're just pretending. They pretend that they have all the views that they do, but really all they care about is themselves.
Video and justify CPS call. You endorse snark. You live snark. Again, you are elevating disgusting, hateful people who have spent their time harassing me and my family.
Dude, I don't even get all this snark Reddit stuff. Like, what does that even mean? Like, it's just a bunch of people that are hating just to hate. It's like a group of haters that is the community. All they do is hate. Like, what the fuck is that? It's those people are retarded.
I look at me. This is me. I win, you lose. And you will continue to lose, and I'll tell you why.
Because they're retarded. They don't know how to win.
Because I'm not done. I'll never be done. I will never be done with you.
It's just more content forever. We will forever enjoy the Ethan Klein drama cycle. I'm totally cool with it. I'll be an Ethan Klein orbiter. Not really. I'm not gonna be an Ethan Klein orbiter. I'll probably get bored eventually.
That's how much you've betrayed me, and how much I want you to know how much you lose and I win. Do you understand, Anisa? And I'm not even talking to iDubbbz anymore. He's insignificant. He's gone. Anisa, you're the one. You're coming center stage. You're going to start streaming now.
Oh my god, they have actually created a supervillain. Bro is never going to
I think he's more of an anti-hero, but okay.
let this go for the
Like
rest
Deadpool.
of his life. This is what happens when you go after a man's kids. You unleash complete destruction. He's just taking a victory lap at this point after completely destroying them. And I'd like to think I played a part with my legendary saga. And I love how it's not even about iDubbbz anymore. It's all about his extremely hateful other half, Anisa Jomha, the dementor to iDubbbz, the one who sucked out all of it.
Maybe we can save iDubbbz from this succubus. Maybe the reason why he sucks so bad is because of her. She just sucked the soul out of him. And if we can just get him back. I'm not saying we should try and get them to break up or anything. I actually don't think that we should do that. That's a shitty move. But like, man, it might be better for him if they do.
of his happiness, his very life force, and turned him into Reek from Game of Thrones. Now Ethan talks about how even his haters are defending him now.
I want you to understand something. I am never gonna be done. I will never be even.
What does that mean?
I'm talking about them, being interested in them, being, you know, I'm fascinated by everything they're doing, right?
That, you know what that makes them? That makes them lol cows. They are lol cows. They are the most famous lol cows of all time now, actually. More famous than Boogie, more famous than Wings of Redemption. It's so good. It's so good. I love it.
Streaming, the whatever, the events.
You just mean you're never done making fun of them.
Never.
We're
There'll
just
never be
looking
a
for a
point
piece of
where I'm
clarification.
gonna be like, I'm just saying, and this is for the audience too, because I want you guys to know, there will never be a point when I will say to myself, okay, it's time to move on from this. I want you to know that. You dropped that fucking video when I was live, and you thought you were cute, you thought you were clever, you really had me. You came at me with the laziest slop, the shittiest slop, that you've got my haters running around the internet talking about I'm right and you're wrong. You have managed to galvanize support for me, which is something I've not been able to do for myself, so thank you.
Yeah, I mean, basically,
Yeah, that is crazy. How they actually created all this support for Ethan and he didn't have to do anything. Literally did nothing. And I'm back to being a fan again. Like, I'm not even really a fan of Ethan. I don't like his politics. I don't like that he went the way of covering politics. I just liked his comedy show. I liked his podcast when really it was just him. And it was a small operation. You know, you remember that, the Bill Burr interview debacle. Yeah, that era. That's what I was watching.
what happened was the other side was so crazy that even people who don't like Ethan saw that he doesn't deserve having CPS called on him or all of this relentless slander and harassment, and everybody united.
Yeah, I can not like people, but I don't wish harm on them. And like, you know, you do stuff malicious against people, they're gonna fucking sue you, bro. And then they're gonna make fun of you. And then everybody is going to rally around them if you're gonna be fucking retarded about it.
Against the Hassan Goon Squad, literal terrorist supporting radical freaks. And we'll see later in the video, the guy Hassan did a heart to wants to literally kill Ethan. That is the kind of people he actually supports. Unironically, once Ethan stopped pandering to the radical Hamas Piker group, Ethan managed to gain support from different sides of the internet spectrum. One of the crazy—
Yeah, funny how that happened. Because the thing that we were telling him this whole time, he found out the hard way that it was true.
Craziest comebacks in internet history. Commentary community POV, actually.
Yep. We're eating it up, man. We're eating it up, boy. Oh, I'm so full.
Absolutely feasting.
I could eat more.
Anyways, turns out Anisa actually responded. So it starts over here. This person tweeted out, Ethan Klein claims that he will never be done harassing Idubbbz' wife Anisa. Why does bro focus more on the women in his harassment? Probably because she played a large part and influenced Idubbbz' actions and everybody behind the scenes. Idubbbz made the content companies threatening Ian's wife, the voice crack, while trying to be intimidating. So anyways, Anisa responded, I don't care, bitch. Join the club of ugly, out-of-touch losers.
Okay, so now we're ugly. So she's gonna be calling people ugly. So we are ugly, obese incels now. That is what we are, the ugly, obese incel army. And they are the Hamas, Diddy, Epstein, Stalin, Cosby, Piker, Adolf, let's throw an Adolf in there, Piker, orbiters.
Oh my god, she is so mad. I love how she says she doesn't care when she literally put all her reputation on the line for this event. Not to mention she was repeatedly defending it over and over and over again. Not to mention how much they actually hate Ethan. You know, they made the whole content cop on him. Anisa obviously helping Idubbbz and making the content cops. Literally ended up raising no money for charity. And your response is, oh yeah, these people are ugly. Pathetic. And look at the first reply. We got the #1 Hassan sub, Taylor Lorenz. Heart. He's so weird. Yes, this is some intellectual arguments here. Bro needs a lobotomy. Stat. Really? You're talking about a lobotomy when your husband looks like this?
Bro, okay. All right. Almost killed me. I was trying to drink coffee.
Ugly, out of touch, losers, says the OF whose only real job was Dairy Queen from over a decade ago.
Commentary YouTubers have no idea what it
I feel ashamed that I have the same microphone as her. Mine's black, though.
is to work a normal job.
Absolutely legendary. We don't know how to work a real job, guys. I don't know, entertaining hundreds of thousands of people every day sounds like a job to me. So after this, she tweets out, going to take
And I guess her job is being a lol cow. That's how she's going to be making money. That's the only way that these people could stay relevant.
the opportunity to promote stand-up to cancer tiltifying. Money can still be raised for charity, guys. This is absolutely hilarious. Guys, I'm trying to raise money for charity, but also I was secretly taking money away from the charity. Also, I was spending charity money on parties and galas and flying my friends out. Please stop pretending you care about charity. You're a greedy, disgusting person who has no morals at all. And once again,
What? Don't forget, fucking retarded. Got to throw that one in there, because we got that one back. We got to use it.
you have thrown this whole event, used charity as a defense, and effectively raised $0. Congratulations! You can promote this all you want. This still isn't going to make you look better or let you see the pearly gates. You and your wife, are both going to hell for prioritizing a gala over charity.
I don't like that, but okay. You got a rainbow flag in your name and talking about people going to hell. That one's crazy.
Are you gonna take 34% of this too? Now, turns out another creator, Nathan, has actually made a video calling out iDubbbz and Anisa for
This is Dad.
essentially completely screwing him over. So first she talks about how these events screwed him over financially.
Creator Clash 2 and 3 have...
This is the guy that Joe Rogan thought it was Dad boxing his son. And that's not what happened. It was a guy that was named Dad boxing a younger guy.
genuinely put me into a bad spot financially. So anyway, I spent all the $20,000 on promo, food, gym, training, and then I get back to LA after Creator Clash and I have nothing because I was expecting a bonus. The reason I spent all $20,000 that year was because this person tells me it's going to be bigger and better, which it looked like it was shaping up to be, and then I'll just take that $30,000 or $40,000 bonus. It'll be amazing. I'll get an actual paycheck. She was having a party, and there is where Anisa told me, hey, there's no bonus. We didn't get any money from the pay-per-view. People like pirated it. There was people in Discords with 30,000 people watching it for free. So there was no money left over for the fighters to have a bonus. And it's kind of like, I feel like Clark Griswold in a way, where like I'm banking on that Christmas bonus and then I don't get it.
So you're telling
I'm pretty sure there's a legal case to be had there, especially if there was evidence that you were supposed to get a bonus.
me they not only screwed over charity, but also the fighters as well? So
Yeah, so obviously there wasn't going to be a Creator Clash 3. I wonder who else that they screwed over.
where is all that money? My God. They ate it up. They ate it up faster than Frogan eats up 50 Big Macs. Lightning speed. And can somebody, for the love of God, explain this to me? They are supposed to be multi-millionaires. 7 million subscribers. Who else do you know with 7 million subscribers who has to penny pinch, bro? Also, not just that, Anisa has an OnlyFans.
That's because she burned it all down, and I don't think that she's probably making any money on OnlyFans. I guarantee she's making so little money that it just like doesn't justify putting your soul on the line. Well, it never would justify it, but to evil people, I don't think it would justify putting your soul on the line. It's probably an embarrassing amount.
You should be able to comfortably pay everybody, donate to charity, and have tons of money left over. How bad are they at money management? Oh my God. And the thing is, if one of your fighters is depending on you financially, you really need to take care of them. Like, have a conversation, make it clear exactly how much money they're gonna get.
You know, Anisa doesn't look half bad. I'd probably date her, you know? But she wouldn't be sucking my soul out because I'll slap a bitch.
Don't just dangle this bonus in front of their head that they're never gonna get. Just be honest beforehand. Then he talks about how, I guess he might have brain damage.
But it happened one night when I had a very hard sparring session. And when I turn my head now, I see bright flashes on the side and left of my head. I'm seeing them right now. It happens all the time. It happens all the time, and I never had that happen. And then that night, it started happening. And it was after 2 weeks in a row of hard sparring. And that was the hardest sparring I'd ever had. Didn't take me down though. And then he had to take a knee. And he is a 27-year-old amateur boxer. Just saying. Well, what the heck does it matter? Because I just did it all. And now I'm seeing flashing and my knees kill. And I don't get anything for it. And there's no fight happening. This is boxing. And I did sign up for it voluntarily. I'm aware of what happens in boxing. I'm aware you get injuries. And I'm okay with that. And I'm willing to accept them. It's just really disappointing and a bummer. Because now I don't get to even fight in the event. Or make a little bit of extra cash to help pay rent.
I mean, obviously you're gonna get hurt.
Yeah, that really sucks. I think that people in the bigger YouTube space need to rally around this guy and be like, hey, we'll help you out, bro. You need that help. You need that boost. Let's get some work done. Let's do some work. 'Cause that fucking sucks, man. Well, that's gonna, like, let people know right there, though. Don't work with these people when it comes to actually making any money, because they'll probably fuck you over. They've got a reputation of ripping people off and using them.
Hurt boxing, but at least he thought he was doing it for a paycheck. But not even getting that is just sociopathic. They had to make sure they took their juicy 34% while everybody else was starved for cash. Absolutely greedy mother flippers. And then meanwhile in public they cry about landlords and capitalism while literally doing 10 times worse. This is literally an example of Hassan's branch of socialism, where you yourself are this multimillionaire trying to be as greedy as possible, make as much money as possible, and then
yeah, that's what happens whenever you get completely focused on money, and money is the only object to you. That's the only way. That's the only path to success. That is your god. Your god is money. That's what happens. And you start to show your true colors, and people hate you.
screwing over everybody around you. Then he talks about how IDub screwed over everyone, and Anisa would try to scold him anytime he tried to do anything.
Then Ian tells me, before Creator Clash 3 is about to happen, oh, I'm putting out a hit piece on Ethan Klein. And I'm thinking, oh my God, dude, why are you doing this? Why are you trying to cause trouble? Because now I'm thinking, this is going
before views, because it will make money. The video will make money from all of the people who are going to be reacting to it, and all the people who are going to be watching it. We'll make lots and lots of money. Sure, it's going to destroy my reputation, and I'll never be able to be friends with this guy. But who cares about that? Money! Content.
gonna ruin Creator Clash 3, and I'm gonna get screwed again. And he screws every single person. He screws Real Good Touring, all the business professionals who are making this event with him. He screws me. He screws every other boxer. Everyone was screwed from Ian's dumb video because he couldn't wait 2 months. I wasn't trying to insult Ian or Anisa, but I was just addressing the obvious that yes, this is awkward now. I'm sorry. And I felt that was not an unfair thing to do. Then the next day, Anisa texts me a screen grab of my donation, and she says, is this real? Anisa took that as I was supporting her enemy that she has chosen, by the way. Ethan and Atri are not my enemy. So then Anisa makes me feel guilty and bad for what I thought was a nice thing. And she's like, oh, I can't believe you would do that. I'm 44 freaking years old. This is childhood, high school garbage.
Dude, yes! Oh man, I love you, man. That's what I've been saying. I keep saying this. I'm like, dude, these people like never moved on from high school. They probably peaked in high school. They were somewhat popular. They had friends. Now they don't have any friends. They're lame adults. Everybody thinks they're weird. And they're sexually depraved and all this weird stuff. They're probably having orgies. Anisa's probably cucking iDubbbz.
What the heck are you doing?
Raise your hands if you are surprised that Anisa is a childish bully. Absolutely nobody raised their hands. What a surprise. Anisa, the soul-sucking demon from hell, is trying to micromanage everybody's actions, is scolding you for a simple donation message.
Yeah, I would have told the bitch get fucked. You know? I actually probably would have fucked her. No, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't have. But, you know, I would have told her to get fucked.
And I'm pretty sure what they're doing here is purity testing, right? Basically, everybody must be part of my group of friends. You can't possibly be sympathetic to H3. You must absolutely love Hamas Piker. Only then you'll get your bonus. Otherwise, you're not getting invited to the gala, the parties. You don't get paid. Just absolutely manipulative shit. Then this next part, Anisa gaslights him like crazy.
She tells me, this really hurts us that you would say this. Because in the donation, I said, this is really confusing for all of us. I don't know why they put that video out. It hurts you that I said I'm confused why you're ruining the event? What are you talking about? It hurts you more that you put your video out, not me being upset.
Well, it's not their fault that they're retarded. Oh, it is, actually. But they're retarded.
About it. Oh, I burned a building down. Now everyone's complaining, and it really hurts me that everyone's complaining about my fire I caused. What the heck are you talking about?
Okay, so you clearly did not take iDubbbz's course on empathy. She was just displaying some empathy for you. Don't you see? She was definitely not trying to gaslight you into feeling bad for her, even though she's the person that made the mistake. And holy shit, man, imagine dealing with that every day. No wonder iDubbbz is so cocked. He has to listen to an absolute harpy every single day of his life. The absolute torture. Then he talks about how she even tried to prevent him from giving interviews.
A thumbnail Keem posted with my face on it saying I was going on his podcast. So Ian calls me and says, we'd rather you not go on his podcast because we don't know what he's going to say.
That's some actual pussy behavior. And if you're doing some bullshit that you don't want people to find out about, that's something that you would say. Yeah, get that garbage out of here, man.
Said to Ian, it doesn't really matter what Keemstar says because he's going to talk trash about the event regardless, whether I go on the podcast or not. If I go on, maybe I could at least combat that and try to sway some people and defend the event. Ultimately, I told Ian I wouldn't go on the podcast because now I'm thinking I'm rocking the boat. I don't want to make people upset. I don't want to get Ian and Anisa to kick me off Creator Clash because I'm...
Oh, man, I wish that he would have. I wish that he would have done all of that whenever he was gonna do that. Because that would have been glorious, glorious content.
Being controversial or I'm stirring the pot and causing problems, I really didn't want to get kicked off. And I also didn't want Anisa to call me and get after me again for doing something that she didn't like. I really do want to do this. I want to go on there and talk to Keemstar and try.
Yeah, I did watch it whenever he went on there. Which was like, what, was that a couple weeks ago? Yeah, I watched that. He went on the LolCal Live podcast, I think. And they were trying to tell him, like, hey, you should do something about this with this Creator Clash thing, because they owe you $10,000. And that's fucked up. Oh, and I do think that they said that they were going to help him. So that's cool. Probably why he's made this video.
Try to promote the event and face all this criticism and try to do some damage control because no one was doing that.
Dude, how pathetic is this? So Anisa and iDubbbz would refuse to give actual proper statements about the event, and they wouldn't even let any of the other fighters talk about it either. And all this just to try to save their own reputations and defend themselves, which obviously ended up backfiring.
Yeah, if I was gonna run an event like this and people wanted to talk and like do things and like talk shit and cause fights with people, that's up to them, man. They can do that. That's just gonna help me. Like, the fact that they didn't let them do that actually hurt them. And I don't know how they didn't see that, because it's so easy. UFC does this. WWE does this. Boxing even does this. And, like, come on, man.
And Anisa has just got to be, like, the worst boss ever, bro. The most manipulative, gaslighting piece of shit ever.
Dude, I'd get fired immediately if these people were my boss.
Heaven forbid somebody tries to address people's concerns or talk to the public. Not to mention all the people on this card are creators, so They have to answer for their own audience. This isn't like iDubbbz's audience is watching. These are all separate audiences combined. So when your own fans are asking you for an explanation and Anisa here is not allowing you to give it, how suffocating must it feel? They were so concerned trying to maintain their squeaky clean PR, and it just ended up completely destroying them. And then he talks about this really sad part, like they made fun of him behind his back, called him like super weird and shit. It's like some high school bullying.
I put my heart into this. I got freaking beat hard this year, harder than I ever had. And I thought, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna train like a freaking professional. Keep my head down, avoid this drama, and now here I am.
So, like, to be fair, he is a little bit weird. But to make fun of a guy for being weird behind his back, that's bullshit. I would have probably gone up to his face and be like, hey man, you're a little bit weird. I like that. You seem like you're one of my people.
Screwed.
The last thing I want to say is that I always tried to be respectful of them, publicly and personally, when I was talking to them. I've always given them the benefit of the doubt and never really wanted to place blame on them or anything.
Yeah, that might have been the problem. Maybe well, he didn't really know, and this guy is kind of a sweetheart. Like, I don't blame him for not going hard on them, but I would have definitely, and I know a lot of people would. That's probably why they didn't involve themselves in this whole thing. That's why they got Sam Hyde out of there. That actually, the whole Sam Hyde arc is I think really what destroyed iDubbbz and his whole empire that he was trying to build. Oh man, don't fuck with the Candyman.
Anyone. And then it turns out they were just talking trash about me behind my back. Ian's coach said on H3 that they used to say I was weird and talk trash about me, and then I also heard the same thing from Froggy Fresh 2 years ago. I don't care if people think I'm weird because I do make weird videos. I like being different and unique. I'm used to people saying I'm weird. I was just very surprised that it was happening by 2 other creative people. I thought they were like me, and I didn't expect them to make fun of me for being different. I thought...
Yeah, also, like, I know that they weren't making fun of him in a lighthearted, playful way. Because you could do that, like, and it'd be, in quotes, behind somebody's back, and it'd be alright. But they definitely were malicious about it, and were really mean about it. And that fucking sucks, man.
Thought that was the point of Creator Clash, was to gather the unique people and put them in a boxing ring. I guess not.
Yeah, that is some absolute mean girl shit. Talking shit behind people's backs, calling them weird. I mean, really? iDubbbz and Anisa are shit talking? This guy, who is less manly than Reek from Game of Thrones, the guy who got his dick cut off? And Anisa, the absolute maniacal narcissist OF girl who controls her husband like a ragdoll? They are calling anybody else weird? What the heck, man? I really feel bad for this guy. He had to suck up to them for so long just to get paid, and even then they didn't end up paying him. Like, the amount of people they screwed over is just wow. They're lucky they didn't catch a lawsuit. So here's what people are saying. Anisa,
I don't think it's too late. I think they could probably catch a lawsuit still, especially if it's somebody bigger, somebody who is a little bit more confident. Oh boy, I need to go get some more coffee. All right, let's get back into it.
Anisa trying to patronize Nathan over the phone is crazy. She's brain broken. So glad you made this video, feeling equally frustrated by this whole situation. Damn, I'm so sorry, Nathan. You were 90% of the reason I watched Creator Clash 2, and the only reason I was gonna watch Creator Clash 3. You deserve so much better. It's fun to laugh at the Jomhas, but
I wasn't gonna watch Creator Clash 3, but I was definitely gonna watch the whole drama that was gonna be surrounded by it, because I knew it was gonna be a disaster. But apparently, it's such a disaster that it's not even gonna happen. Never in a million years would have dreamed that would come true.
actually hurt a lot of people. The fact that Anisa called and texted because of a donation and message, that's so controlling and insane. Girl needs to learn that she can't force people to hate people she hates. Literally cult behavior. And when Ethan responded, here's what he said.
Yeah. Everyone was screwed from Ian's dumb video because he couldn't.
Thank you, Dad, for saying what had to be said, despite being...
Everybody's been saying it, but even the people closest to him that were working for him, they knew it. Absolute fucking disaster. Disgusting people.
The ultimate team player. You
fuck over this guy who seems like he is literally the nicest guy ever. There's something wrong with you, bro.
Really went to bat for them all the way till the end, man. And they did. They screwed you.
I'm surprised.
He's a loyal guy. He's a good guy. You know, but they pushed him too far. The people tremble when the good guy gets pushed too far.
Face all this criticism.
Also, listen, Dad's a small creator. He deserves to get a little fucking exposure out of this himself.
Oh, he definitely did. He's got exposure now. And he's way more beloved than all these people that fucked him over.
Why are you trying to keep everyone down? Okay, so it's up to 1 month. It's up to 470. Now, listen, I'm not a mathematician, but one video a month at 470 without a sponsor, you need another job. This is not even your full-time job, right? So yeah, you lose. You lose. Fuck you both. Scum. Yeah, so hopefully Anisa really kills it on streaming, because other than that, I think I'm gonna see you guys at Home Depot here pretty soon.
Fucking based. Fucking got him. There's no way they're gonna come up with something to fight against that.
Bro, the fall of iDubbbz. He's gonna be back at McDonald's. The whole team behind the counter. Frogan, Casey, Denims, iDubbbz, Anisa. Although they might need to watch out for Frogan, obviously. Can't be eating the materials. They're for
Yeah, she's probably gonna be the bitch that hides out in the office and has to watch the cameras. She has to stay away from the food.
paying customers. By the way, we're kind of pulling those iDubbbz numbers on a daily now. You know, I don't expect it to last too long, but the last few months have been cinema. We've been eating good. I can now afford.
Honestly, I think it's gonna get way worse for everybody except MorePegasus and the drama tubers. I think we're about to hit an astronomical level of slop content. It's gonna be glorious. I can feel it. Especially when we keep getting proven right in all these situations. We're like, hey, this person sucks, and then nobody pays attention, and then more people are like, hey, this person sucks, and then a little bit more people find out, and then pretty soon it snowballs, and everybody knows that all these people suck.
An extra plate of chicken rice. The gain shall be immaculate. Then he talks about Anisa's new tweet about Ian, once again somehow humiliating him. So Anisa tweeted, Ian randomly showed up with a belated birthday cake. I've been eyeing this one up for weeks. So apparently iDubbbz,
Yeah, don't let Frogan anywhere near that. It'll be gone.
like, missed her birthday somehow and then got this very interesting cake here.
Why did he buy you a cake 10 days late? And then, why did you post this? This is the saddest, mopiest. It makes you look mopey, and it makes Ian look pathetic. And also, this cake is fucking psychotic. It's just whole canned peaches, one slice of dragon fruit. This doesn't make any sense. Why were you eyeing this one? Anisa said, my mom always said 2 things for my husband. 1, make sure they're Muslim, and 2, make sure they're rich.
Yeah.
Well, at least I got one of them.
But it turns out Ian
The
is
standards
Muslim.
were not good. The standards were not good.
Bro, not gonna lie, that kind of looks like the default shit they put out for display. You know, it's like plastic and not even real. Looks unappetizing as shit, and
I'd probably still eat it, but that's the cake that you were eyeing? Like, really? I like me some dragon fruit, though. I'll give her that.
Ian actually missed your birthday. God, you know that she did not shut up about that for all this time. She's probably been nagging his ass for weeks now. Then
There was probably a whole ass fight about it. I guarantee that she crashed out. And he probably did celebrate her birthday, because there's no way that he's going to be able to forget that. And then she was like, well, it's not good enough. I need this cake. This cake, I've been eyeing it for weeks. And then he's probably like, I bought you 2 cakes already. You didn't like the first one or the second one, even though you told me that you wanted them and you still got mad. She seems like that kind of person.
Ethan finally makes the prediction I made a while back. Anisa will leave Ian.
She's going to leave him within a year.
From this post?
Yes.
You're determining
I've been
that?
right about everything else I've said so far.
I mean, unfortunately.
Hey, I'm available. Anisa, hit me up. It's easy to find me. Just, you know, hang out down there in the comments. I'll see it. I comment on everything. I see all the comments.
Unfortunately, that is somewhat true.
Within a
so-
year, Anisa is going to leave Ian.
I mean, it could be.
She is starting to lay
It's
the
really not the-
breadcrumbs.
That's, yeah. I mean, I guess that's not the biggest stretch. They don't seem like happy people, you know?
Well, no. And
They seem like very miserable people. And I bet she thinks that all of her problems stem from him being a fucking massive cuck. And I bet he thinks that all of his problems come from her being a massive bitch. I could see them not lasting. It just seems like that, you know?
And she's
Cakes aside.
She is a complete, and I hate this phrase. I've avoided using this the whole time, but like it sucks that it sucks to admit that in this case, everything people seem to have thought and said about her is apparently true.
Yeah, we're pretty good at picking out these things. Every single time, we're always proven right. The drama community, whenever we're good at sniffing out the problems, man. We know personalities. We can pick up on the signs. And she is a succubus.
And she is a succubus.
Whoa!
And she's gotten
Damn.
everything she can get out of Ian. And he's a husk of a man. I mean, you can see it.
that was perfect timing. Not pre-watched at all. I didn't know this whole thing was going on.
My cheap, pathetic, stinky breath shits his pants husband.
Okay, I really thought he was gonna say bitch, but succubus works too. And yes,
That's
absolutely,
what I call
Anisa
her.
will be
That's what I've been calling her. I love it. I fucking love it.
leaving Ian. It is an
so
absolute
happy.
guarantee. As we know, the first law of the universe states that Pegasus is always right, baby. Everything I say is a future prediction, all right? Maybe not today, all right? Maybe today it's clickbait. Maybe not tomorrow, but eventually.
At this point, I think maybe we need to stop saying these things, making these predictions, because maybe it's not true. Maybe they're not true, and they just get manifested by us saying them. And it just happens. I don't know. Do we have that kind of power? It seems like it.
It will happen. And I will be there, as always, to laugh. Gonna pull up one of my classic SpongeBob memes with this huge smile on my face. Send it to everybody. What did I say, fellas? Now, apparently one of the creators and yet another Hassan Orbiter made an announcement video on Creator Clash like 5 days ago when they knew it was gonna be canceled.
5 days ago. You think they didn't realize that they were going to have to cancel this thing 5
I have no idea who this person is. Never seen this person in my life.
days ago? They knew this event wasn't happening.
But she's got that look about her, no, you know? She's got that look of, she may also be a succubus.
I knew this event was not happening, and I don't know anything about what's going on in the inner working. I was too lazy to change it. Okay. Well, that's confusing, but it doesn't matter.
Well, it doesn't matter.
It literally doesn't matter. You could have said Mars.
Yeah.
So they responded again, oh no. Anyways, long story short, yes, I knew, but I made the video 2 months ago and I still wanted to post it.
Yeah, because if she takes it down, then people aren't going to see it, and then she won't be able to make money off of it. Well, I don't think she's making money off of it anyway. If it was posted just on Twitter. Because she does not have the check mark.
What? Do not promote an event that's not happening. What the hell is wrong with you? So she intentionally advertised an event to get her fans to buy tickets and pay-per-views for something she knew was canceled? Am I surprised that Hassan Orbiter is dumb as shit? Nope. Anyways, let's take a trip to Jellyfish Fields. Turns out Ludwig has talked about Creator Clash 3.
Ethan Klein did it. Okay, I'm not trying to be controversial here, but I do think iDubbbz posting the content cop was one of the dumbest moves ever.
Dude, even one of the dumbest people that I know online thinks this is a dumb move. Man, I thought Ludwig was the dumbest out of all the streamers, but I think iDubbbz has hit an astronomical level of dumb. And I think he's blinded by pussy and rage. And it's probably not that good a pussy.
Straight up. That was crazy. I think it was not considerate of how many other people would be dragged into the situation who don't give a fuck and just want to fight. You know, make that video when Creator Clash isn't happening, I would say. No one went to bat but Hassan for him. But like also Hassan's audience isn't watching fucking boxing events.
Really? Nobody is, honestly. Like, who's watching Creator Clash? Everybody who's watching it that I know is going to be watching it in Discord or some shit. They're not going to pay for that shit.
What is that? That's not... I don't know. At some point, you have to realize you're operating a business, and I mean, you have to make the call. Like, what's more important is the business.
Like, people aren't going to be watching Creator Clash because they're like, oh, bro, a boxing event. I love boxing. No, they're watching it because they're curious what it would be like, and they're waiting for something terrible to happen.
Business or for, you know, making the videos you want to make.
So there you go. That's everything. That's my
Dude, this video's so sad. The whole video's sad.
Okay, rare good take from Ludwig. He has actually learned the right side of the drama. If you remember last time, he was defending items and Anisa taking money from charity. I don't know what the hell he was smoking, but
he's really stupid, and then he got backlash, and he broke because of the backlash. That's how it goes with Ludwig. He has the dumbest take until everybody's like, hey, you have the dumbest take. And then he's like, ah, shit. I guess I'm going to go with what everybody else is saying.
glad to see finally a reasonable take from old Jellywig. But unfortunately, his fan base is still full of idiots. Let's not act like this isn't 100% H3 in their toxic community's fault. Yeah,
people think that I'm in the H3 community. I'm like, bro, what are you people on? Like, it is obviously a win for Ethan. I don't even like Ethan. Why are you making me defend this guy?
we got a bunch of Hassan and iDubbbz glazers here. Lud's content cop take was insane if you consider it was literally about a genocide. Of course, how are you talking about this? When does a genocide going? I can't believe you just wrote this comment. When does a genocide going on? Disgusting. Bad take from Ludwig. This man is the king of fencing. The one time he actually gives a reasonable take. Oh my god, now I understand why Ludwig always says the most dumb shit ever.
Because he listens to his chat and his chat's retarded and he tries to have the same opinion that his chat has. I don't know how that even happens. Like, how do you get a chat that's got a mind of its own and then you follow the chat? I don't get it. That's crazy. Like, I guess I'm not a big streamer or anything, so I don't understand. But that's what it seems like. Except for people like Asmongold who's just like, fuck you, chat. It's like they're actively against the chat.
It's because he's audience captured by a bunch of Hassan glazers. Of course, he's just gonna say what his audience wants to hear because this is the response he gets when you actually say something reasonable. But don't worry, through the course of time, these idiots will naturally stop watching and then you'll get actual humans watching again. As a Hassan viewer who was, opinion immediately discounted. Posting the content cut was a bad move when Ethan was cutting ties with everyone because of innate Zionism and Islamophobia. This was a horrible take, Lud. Oh, enjoy this fan base, buddy. Anyways, moving on to Hassan's favorite terrorist, Monkey D. Houthi. He's literally threatening Ethan's life now. Here we got the literal terrorist. I'm the only one who can stop him forever. And it's just Ethan saying, I wish Taylor Lorenz would stop harassing young women. Now, what did he mean by
I mean, Ethan's not wrong. She does harass young women and underage children without parental consent. But she does that. She tries to get a hold of kids and prefers to speak to them without the parents knowing. That is a thing.
I stop him forever. People responding, the terrorist is making terrorist threats. Who would have thought? Imagine being desperate enough to rip off Taylor Lorenz. Terrorists make terroristic threat more at 11. Anyways, Ethan responded, yes, we love our feminist king. But wait, in Houthis, Yemen women must have a male guardian to leave the home, are banned from working, are arbitrarily arrested, tortured, and essayed.
Okay, I was on board with the first two. We're going a little bit crazy there, Houthis.
Forcibly married, especially underage girls, cannot show hair, face, body, but Taylor Lorenz got called.
I kind of like that last one too. Those two in the middle though, I don't know about those. That's a little bit crazy. But I think you can only get the first two and the last one if you have the two in the middle. So, you know, probably not a good idea.
A dumbass. Ah, yes, the feminist, the terrorist, of course. Look at my pride flag, guys, but also I love Hezbollah. Now, just a reminder who this guy actually is.
Tel Aviv will burn in the coming hours, ready for sacrifice and eager for martyrdom. Maybe he's talking about football? Here he is singing a song with the words, do you threaten us with what we are waiting for, son of a Jew? The meaning of Houthi is a title, and it's not something to fear, but for the Jews. They are very afraid of this title. The execution we will carry out on all Zionists, with the lovely depiction of a man impaled through his asshole and out of his mouth with a pike. Why would he retweet this article called Houthis use social media to boost global prominence and support? The ships we bombed and sank. To every Zionist, I will put this into your stomach. And
dude, that one was like the most clear what his goals are.
Let me state the obvious. Jew and Zionist is clearly interchangeable to this guy. Okay, but hating Jews doesn't make you a Houthi. Are you a soldier? Yes.
And Hassan will have you believe this guy's just a random kid, of course. A random kid.
He compared him to Monkey D. Luffy. Now he's comparing himself to Monkey D. Luffy, but he used to compare this guy to Monkey D.
Kid who bombs ships and wants Jews dead. You know, your average everyday fella. Bro, you can't make that shit up. Actual terrorist glazers. He's not a Houthi, guys. He just acts exactly like them and poses with guns. He's just like Anne Frank. Wow. Anyways, moving on to XQC and Aiden Ross criticizing Hassan and his followers.
Yes, let's
Mikey was
go.
moderated down to a crisp, brother. We were on lock with this shit. Like, we were, yeah.
I wish somebody else would come out, though, because nobody can actually understand XQC, so this one's not going to make waves like it should.
We were chill.
His chat are terrorists. Like, his chat are...
I don't know about that. Maybe some of them. Like, Occam's razor, you know. But they are at least terrorism supporters.
I'm not joking. Watch his stream. They're all terrorists. I'm not even joking. Dude, it's insane. I'm like, how is this allowed? But like, okay, my bad. I didn't mean...
Dude, like, everybody's on board with this. How is this allowed? These people are fucking insane. If they're not terrorists, they're acting like it.
To cut you off, but like,
True, okay.
But, like, I'm dead serious.
So I wouldn't say all, but true.
Sorry, some are terrorists.
Bro, it's kind of crazy that you say that, because if you think about the definition of what that is, true. Like, they do propagate actual, some of them, like actual terroristic ideologies, and that's a problem.
Actually true and based. Hassan's chat and supporters absolutely love terrorists. I mean, we literally just saw the kind of guy Hassan himself supports. They do be spamming hearts for a shooter, justify actual terroristic acts and violence. This is nothing new, but I'm glad people are starting to see it.
Dude, it's about to start making waves, I think. I think we haven't even seen how bad it's going to get for these people. Especially when they start getting brought up on mainstream media a lot more, not just that one time.
Aiden Ross talks about how Hassan is a walking contradiction.
Like, he's the most hypocritical streamer I've ever met in my life. The
Yeah,
guy
I mean,
preaches equality, lives in a $6 million house, drives a Porsche, dresses in like $1,000 house outfits, fucking flashes a gun on stream. Like, it's like the most stupid.
Yeah, he's like the most retarded, pandering, virtue signaling celebrity who feigns oppression. Oh, everybody's so mean to me. I guess I'm gonna go out and buy another Lamborghini because I'm so hurt and poor. Everybody's against me. I guess I'm gonna go party on a yacht.
Ironic, like hypocrite, and like his viewers are like, just eat it up, and they think he's like hot.
Dude, Hassan is the ultimate champagne socialist. Literally just the other day, he was bragging about being the richest at a phase party filled with multimillionaires. But then he will also say that I only live on a basic necessity budget. It's absolutely insane that people actually follow this guy and thinks that he stands by his values. But yeah, open invitation to any XQC Aiden Ross fans. Go ahead and watch the series. I do recommend it's cinema, if I do say so myself. Anyways, moving on to Hassan supporter NMP.
Ooh.
Basically last time,
dude, we got so much going in this video. This is fire video, man.
He made fun of the children who died in the Texas floods and then double.
I'm fine with them telling jokes. I'm fine with people telling jokes about it, but man, if you're gonna tell a joke and it don't land and it's shit, you're gonna get fucking roasted.
Down.
No, like there are like 13 confirmed people dead and like 12 like campers are lost right now.
They don't have much to live for anyways. It's okay.
Wait, they have their whole lives ahead of them.
And roasted he got.
Yeah. What? Their whole lives, Bree? That's gonna Bree. When they're older, every job is gonna be AI.
And then Destiny also made a joke about the dead kid, saying that he was sponsored by NordVPN or whatever, which is obviously a lie. So NMP responded, he's loving Destiny defend him over his viral Texas flood fallout. Implies a donut operator scared to reply. I heard NMP killed those kids. I wonder if he has the balls to do it to Destiny. I bet he won't. Destiny is not afraid of donut. Wonder if he'll reply. So you're saying you're afraid, you absolute pussy? I, on the other hand, am scared of donut. Bro, imagine being so pathetic. You're hiding behind Destiny.
Dude, fucking it. I don't even know who this Destiny guy he speaks of. I thought this guy was Sex Pestiny. I thought that was his name this whole time. Turns out I was wrong. This guy's name is actually Destiny, but I'll just keep calling him Sex Pestiny.
And then he blocked the Yeet account just for posting clips of him.
Bro, Yeet is about to make waves, man. I heard that he's going to be starting a YouTube channel. And that's going to be incredible. So you're probably going to be seeing some yeet pop up in my reaction videos.
NMP explains why he had to block my account. 5 tweets about me a day is too much. I had to block him. I know you'll see this, but I had to block you. You spam my notifications too much. So you admit you're literally on Twitter all day, bro. Oh my god. This guy's on Reddit, on Twitter, and the rest of the time he's streaming. Literally has no life except being terminally online. What he really should be worrying about is that he lives in Texas. He's gonna run into these people in public and someone will remember. Yeah, honestly, I wouldn't be quote-unquote joking, which it wasn't a joke, by the way, about dead children when you're literally in the area and people are getting really mad at that. And now NordVPN.
Okay, so MorePegasus keeps saying it's not a joke. I think it is a joke. He was just really, really terrible at it, and it didn't come off as a joke. But also, I think he does think that. I think he thinks that everything's going to be terrible. Life is terrible for him. It must be terrible for everybody else. And it must be so terrible that it doesn't matter if we make jokes about people dying right now. Which, sure, you can make jokes about people dying and people being dead. Even if it just happened. But it better be good.
Is going after Destiny for falsely using their name. So Destiny tweeted, I heard God killed those kids because they were using NordVPN. NordVPN responded, hello everyone, this tweet falsely suggests a sponsorship with us. No such relationship exists. We're reviewing this misuse of our trademark.
Bro, if you get fucking sued by NordVPN, oh, we're gonna be talking about that. Definitely, dude, that is so fucking retarded. These people are so retarded. All the time, man. Like, that doesn't come off as parody. That comes off as, like, an actual people think that you're sponsored by them with a joke like that. Absolutely insane.
Basically, people were tagging them, hey, NordVPN, do you actually pay the shit stain to mock dead children for political points? Seriously? Hello, Tom. No, basically. Right, so I highly doubt they're gonna take any, like, legal action or whatever, but I definitely think you shouldn't be using other brands' name. They obviously don't want to be associated with a absolute psychopath.
They might do a cease and desist, like, take it down. I could see that. And he'd probably do that because, it's fucking retarded. If they do a cease and desist to take it down, and you don't take it down, and you take them to court for it, that'd be the dumbest fucking Destiny arc ever. I hope that happens, actually, because I would totally react to that. That sounds incredibly stupid.
Such as yourself. But yeah, you guys told me that he's done similar stuff like this before regarding a bunch of other situations. I don't know. I just don't find it funny to joke about a ongoing tragedy. I understand if it's like, I don't know, 25 years ago, 50, 100 years ago, but it's like actively happening.
No, I don't care if it like happens, you know, like 5 seconds ago when we see it just happen. If the joke can make me laugh in this terrible situation, then it's okay. But if I hear that joke and I'm like, bro, that was garbage, then like you're gonna get roasted and deserved
on the day, and like people are, I don't know, it's just in bad taste. Now click this video or every girl you ever meet turns into Anisa Jomha and your name is now Reek. That's right, I'm back.
Yeah, okay, good thing I'm already subscribed. You should probably go do that. I got them linked down there in the description. Like and subscribe to me, hit the bell for all the notifications.